The August smart lock with the Connect Wi-Fi Bridge. Is it worth it? Let's open it up and check it out and see. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by my channel, Tech Time with Adam. My name's Adam. Today we are discussing and going over the August smart lock with Connect Wi-Fi Bridge. This is supposed to work in place of your existing deadbolt without any permanent modifications to the door or to the door frame. Hopefully that's the case. I rent, so that is the reason I went with this product instead of some of the other products that require modifications. This is also pretty budget friendly at a little under $200. So that's also a pretty important factor in what made me decide to go with this lock versus some of the competition. This is also supposed to be Alexa enabled, which is a huge plus. She is pretty much the brains of my home. So stick around and we will dig into this and see what we all think at the end of it. Let's open the box up, see what we got inside. So here's the actual lock itself. It's satin nickel finish, just like the current lock that's on my door, the current dumb lock. It does come with the batteries needed, which is nice. And I think these batteries are supposed to last 6 months before needing changing. The mounting plate, which will replace the current inner part of the deadbolt. The Connect Wi-Fi Bridge. To begin setup pamphlet. Nothing inside. Download the August app for instructions. So I guess I go and get the app, and that's my instructions on how to install this thing. Some tape. Some adapters to fit the current deadbolt rod onto the new smart deadbolt lock. And then the door sensor to let you know whether the door is open or closed. Alright, let's download the app and see what we've got to do to get this thing up and going. Alright, so let's go to the Google Play Store, and we are looking for August.com app, or we'll just search for the August app. August, there it is, August Home. Install. Alright, it's installed. Open it up. Set up my first device. Start. I agree. Alright, so I had to create an account. I picked a picture out of my gallery. They sent me an email verification code. I had to enter that. And now it's time to set up the device. Set up a new device. So we need to set up, should we set up the smart lock or Connect? Let's set up the Connect first. Let's set up your Connect. Allow location permission. All right, we'll go plug it in. Okay, I went and plugged it in. I have an outlet about 2 feet away from the front door, and it's about 6 to 8 feet away from my router, so that should be good. Connect is plugged in. Let's go see if it's blinking green. It is blinking green. And they found it. All right, apparently we need to connect the smart lock before we can connect the Connect. So let's set up a smart lock. Smart lock 3rd generation. Start. Installation instructions. All right. So now we will move out of this area and go over to the door for the installation part of this. All right, so we're at the door. I got the tools I need. It says screwdriver. I've got 2 Phillips head screwdrivers and everything that came with the box. I have everything I need. Prepare your existing deadbolt. Use a supplied adhesive strip to hold the keyed side of the lock in place. All right, we've got that done. Next, remove the existing thumb turn. All right. Next, prepare the mounting plate. So I'll take the screws that I took out of the current deadbolt. Put them into the mounting plate like this. So this black soft piece goes against the door like that. All right, that's on there. It's not going anywhere. Choose your adapter. So we currently have, I don't know which. This is a rental, so I don't know what brand adapter I've got. Let's just call it Quickset. Actually, the bolt looks like the slit bolt, which is either the blue or the yellow. So I'm going to try either one of those. Attach the correct adapter. So when you're attaching the adapters, you want to put it in this way into the door until these triangles hit. And it looks like the blue one should fit. All right, so we went with the blue one. Rotate to unlocked position, except we had to lock the door. So currently the door is locked. We're going to leave it locked. Open the wing latches. The wing latch is right here. Attach the lock. Alright, now with this installed, before we go any further, it wants us to install DoorSense. DoorSense gives you the smart lock ability. DoorSense gives you your smart lock the ability to detect if your door is open or closed. Installation instructions. We'll go with the surface mount, since this is a rental and I can't drill holes in my door. DoorSense cover. Oh, it wants me to screw holes in the door. So we're going to skip the DoorSense installation. Alright, now we need to connect the smart lock to the August account. It says before you begin, make sure you're standing near your smart lock. The battery tab has been taken out and you've removed the tape from your door. Start setup. House name. Let's change it to home. Door name, front door. That works. Next, continue. It's checking for a firmware update now. Alright, it is updating the firmware. So the phone found the lock and the lock found the phone. They're communicating now. The phone did a search for new firmware for the lock. Found out that it needs a firmware update. Now it's downloading and installing it now. Calibration lock. Okay, continue. Alright, since we're not using DoorSense, we're going to skip it and disable. Rotate the lock until your door is locked. Next, rotate the lock until the door is unlocked. Next. Let's test your lock. Alright, it says it's unlocked. Tap the green circle to lock it. Alright. It says it's locked. It is locked. Let's unlock it. Alright. Now they want to connect the smart lock to the Wi-Fi network through the bridge. Set up the connect. Continue. It's plugged in. It is still blinking green. Continue. So I need to find my network and select it. Continue. Now I need to enter my password. Okay, so it took about 2.5 minutes to try and connect, and then I got the failed to connect message. So let's click continue and see what that does for us. Unplug the connect, then plug it back into an outlet as close to your router as possible. Well, I can't get much closer to my router than where it is now, so let's try unplugging it. Alright, it's plugged back in. Let's test signals, and it's blinking green fast this time. Last time it was blinking slow. It looks like we need a stronger Bluetooth connection. Locate all the outlets around your door. Be sure to consider non-obvious locations, such as behind a wall or an adjacent room. Is there another outlet nearby? No, that is the closest one. It's analyzing smart lock and Connect signals again. Alright, so I timed out the first timer, said I had a bad signal and I needed to move it closer. I couldn't move it any closer. I didn't have an outlet any closer. Then I tried to connect again. I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it said that it couldn't find it whatsoever, and it was trying to connect or trying to fix the connection. And that took about 2.5 minutes before it finally timed out, and I finally gave up. It said cancel the Wi-Fi setup for now. Tested it out on Bluetooth. The Bluetooth does work. I unplugged the Connect again, plugged it back in, and this time I held down the reset button. Then I got the slow blinking green lights this time, and I redid setup as if it was a whole new Connect. Once I did that, I reset it. I started up as a new Connect. It worked fine. It took about 30 seconds to complete the whole setup. So now I've got the Bluetooth on my phone turned off. This is strictly Wi-Fi. It's saying the door is unlocked, which is correct. The problem now I've got is with my door. It's not with the lock itself. I've got to push it for the deadbolt to go into the door frame and lock. So that's going to take a little bit of modifying it on my part. Not the lock's fault at all. I'll show you what I mean. So I click the lock, or I click the unlocked. That's where it's hitting the striker plate because it's not lined up correctly. Like I said, that's a problem with the door and the door frame lining up. See, it's still trying to lock. It's telling me now the lock is jammed. It says it's an unknown. Let's see if it'll recognize when I manually unlock it. So it says unknown. Okay, so I recognize that it's unlocked. So if I try and lock it again while holding the door in, it goes in no problem. It knows that it's locked. It is locked. Unlocking it. Hear how the door popped when it unlocked? That's because it's not lined up right. Again, it's something I'm going to have to do. Adjust the striker plate. See how much of a hole is in that door frame, if I've got enough room without having to drill or cut. Hopefully I do, but we'll see. All right, so thoughts so far about the August Smart Lock Connect Wi-Fi Bridge. Installation is easy. It took maybe 5 minutes to get the thing installed, well, maybe closer to 10 minutes to install the thing. Set up on the phone. Connecting the phone directly to the lock through Bluetooth was super simple. Connecting the Wi-Fi bridge to my Wi-Fi network and or to the lock itself was a little troublesome. It took 3 attempts. Finally, on a 3rd attempt, it worked, and it probably took 30 seconds when it did work versus the 2.5 minutes each time for the timeouts or the errors when it couldn't connect. Auto lock, if my door was lined up properly, it would work, I'm sure, no problem. The unlock, so far I can do it through the app, no problem. Now the auto unlock, as far as when I get to my driveway or start approaching my front door, it should auto unlock. I haven't tested that yet. I haven't gone anywhere yet since we just finished installing it. That's the main reason I bought this smart lock, was so that it would automatically unlock for me. I wouldn't have to fumble with keys. I could just get out of my car, start walking up to my door, and all I got to do is turn a knob and open it up. Coming home late at night, trying to fiddle and find the right house key because they all look the same. Early in the morning, it's just one less hassle that I have to deal with. Also, the door sense, or not so much the door sense as much as the being able to check on my app to see if I did in fact lock my door after I've left. I don't know how many times I've made it to the end of my driveway or even to the end of my street or the end of my block and thought to myself, did I lock the front door? Shoot. And I have had to turn around and come and double check, and sure enough, now no matter where I'm at with the Wi-Fi connection, I can open up the app on my phone, and if I see a red circle on the app, I know it's locked. Another good feature that I like is with the Wi-Fi Connect and the app, I can remotely unlock my door for anybody. My dad and his wife visited a couple weeks ago, and they made it to my house before I had got off of work for the day, so I had to leave work, let them into my house, and then go back into work. If I'd had this smart lock with the app and everything, I could have just unlocked the door for them from my office. So far I like it. Like I said, I just got to adjust my door, my deadbolt lock striker plate to the deadbolt so the auto lock and everything works as it's supposed to. I will do a follow-up video after a couple of weeks, and if I continue to like it after a couple of weeks, I'll do another follow-up video, say 6 months. If I don't like it after a couple of weeks, or I keep having trouble with connections, or the auto unlock for whatever reason doesn't work, which I have heard in the reviews that I've read before buying this, if the auto unlock doesn't work, it only works 30% of the time, I will uninstall it and I will send it back to Amazon. So those are my thoughts on it so far. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know. Post a comment down below if you have any questions about install, about the app, or anything like that. If you've got any suggestions, what would you guys like to see more of or less of? What did I do too much? What could I have done better? I'm all about smart home, and I've got Alexa right beside me, and I've got smart lights all over the place. I thought she lit up when she heard her name. So I would love to keep putting content out there, but I want to make sure it's content that you guys want to see. So if there's something else that you would like to see me review or talk about or compare with a different item, anything specifically, let me know, and I would be more than glad to make a video on that and put it up there for you guys to see. Anyway, that's all I got today. Thanks for sticking around and watching me get it installed and struggle a little bit with the app connection. I hope to see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye. All right, if you guys are interested in picking this lock up for yourself, the link is down below to Amazon. Take you straight to this smart lock. If you're interested in any of the gear that I've been using to record this video, the microphone I'm using, the camera, the tripod, the lights, the light behind me, the accent light behind me. Again, everything I'm using, including the smart lock, the gear, is linked down below to Amazon. So if you're interested in checking those out for yourself or picking one up for yourself, click the link below. Thanks. Bye.